Hello, fellow language learners. Let's face it, it is so hard when there are 7,000 plus languages in the world to decide which one to learn. We just get excited and we dabble in all these languages, and then you branch out from a language family and you hear this one and you want to learn that one. And I know the struggle. This struggle is real. I want to learn everything. There's no time. Help. But let me help you. There is a little guide, a series of questions that you can ask yourself to decide which language you should learn. So let's go. One of the hardest questions for me to answer is when somebody asks me which language should I learn, which is why I'm making this video. So why it's hard for me to answer is because language learning is a very personal journey. I cannot make a choice for you because it's a lifelong journey, and language learning really does change your life. I have a video called How Learning Korean Changed My Life, if you want to check that out. And you can just see how in-depth my relationship with the Korean language is, for example. So I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me if I have to tell you, okay, you should learn Finnish, you should learn Japanese, you should learn whatever. So I cannot choose for you, but I hope that you can use this guide to help shape your thinking around making a decision. The first thing you should look at is which languages do you currently speak. If you want to learn a new language without a lot of trouble, you should probably learn one which is similar to the ones that you understand currently, because it will make it a lot easier. If you're looking for a challenge, skip this point, that's okay. What I mean is I learned Korean long before I even started with Japanese, and it made learning Japanese a lot easier because the grammar and vocabulary of Korean is very similar to Japanese. If you speak French, it'll be very easy to learn Spanish and Portuguese and Italian. But be careful not to just learn a language because it is similar to one you know when you're not genuinely passionate about it. You will need motivation and drive to take you through the difficult months of language learning. So make sure it's really something that you're interested in. Some people ask me, should I learn Chinese because it's really being spoken a lot, or should I learn French because it's such an international language? I don't see any heartfelt reasons in there to start those languages apart from numbers or, business opportunities in future. If that's what drives you, great, learn it. But if you're just learning something because I think it would be good, maybe beneficial, you're gonna get bored and it's not gonna be fun and it's gonna be really hard. So really think about your reasons to learn a language. Okay, that brings me to point number 2. Are you excited when you hear the language? There are 2 languages specifically for me that make me so excited when I hear it. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful language. That is Hungarian and Vietnamese. I don't know what it is about those languages, but when I hear Hungarian being spoken or in music, I'm just like, this is so beautiful. I feel this motivation to keep learning the language. Even though I've been very slow in my progress, I know that this is a language that, even though I took a long pause, will continue to interest and excite me. So sometimes really just the sound of a language is enough to get you excited about it. A lot of people say French is the sexiest language in the world. I don't know if you agree. If that's what makes you really excited and interested to learn French, there you go. That might be a reason to learn a language above another language, for instance. Point number 3 is, can you see yourself using the language actively in future? It doesn't have to be a language that a ton of people speak, right? However, if there are opportunities for you to speak it, if there are a lot of native speakers around you, it is going to be easier to learn it. What I mean by, can you see yourself using this language in the future is, are you ready to make a long-term commitment with this language? For me, I was dabbling with Japanese in high school, so I learned hiragana and katakana. I knew a few words here and there, but there was really no drive or motivation to continue, which is fine, until my parents moved to Japan, and I was like, korekara nihongo benkyou shinaito. Like, I really need to learn Japanese from now. So there I got a drive, and I was like, well, I'm definitely going to use this language in the next 4 years. So I knew there was a reason for me to use it, and that helped me build motivation to continue learning. Maybe you can think of a reason in future if you're planning to move to a French-speaking country. If you are absolutely obsessed with anime and that is your drive, that you want to watch anime without subtitles, great! It's a personal reason that'll keep you going. So if you have a list of languages, try and look at the ones that you can see yourself using in the immediate future and study those first. In terms of studying, this leads me to the next point, resources and availability of native speakers. Luckily, with the internet and language learning apps, you are not going to be short on finding native speakers online. I have lots of blog posts and articles on that, so just Google like Lindy language learning apps or Lindy native speakers and you'll find my list somewhere on the internet. But what I'm saying is you need to see if language A and language B, which one has the most resources that you can get access to right now. So ask yourself, are there tutors online? Are there any courses you can take? Are there people near you who speak the language, or are there language exchange groups? Ask yourself those questions and see if you can learn the language that has the most resources available right now. That being said, if there is a language that tugs at your heartstrings but there aren't a lot of resources available, do it anyway. You can help play your part in creating resources for this. If you meet a native speaker online, if there's someone's tiny blog on the corner of the internet, what can you do to help promote this language? Every language is valid, useful, and will definitely open doors. No language is more or less important than another one when it comes to your personal language learning journey. Do what makes you happy and do what is going to be most exciting for you. Okay, I hope this video gives you a little bit of insight into how you can make a decision for which language to choose. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!